6:05.
All right, I'll call this meeting to order. Ray?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to old business. Old business is the Arc Cove proposal. I just received this. We all did just receive this. It came out October 31st, last week. So we are having it a week later, exactly to the date of it coming out, as a meeting is always scheduled on Thursday. So, any questions?
On the report?
I would say this is a lot for us to digest. It looks to me it's 30 grand for everything.
Yeah.
David Wally is the town council moved their meeting. Part of the reason why it wasn't presented is my understanding, because the meeting last Monday, or this Monday, got moved to the following Monday.
Yeah.
So Dave is supposed to present this at the next town council meeting.
Yeah. No,
So,
I don't
basic-
have an issue with the timing.
Right, so I don't know what we want to accomplish at this meeting, because at this point, I wanted to get the information out to everybody and give everybody a chance to review it. And if Dave is successful in getting the approval on the funding, we'll know next Thursday. So we'll have a meeting next Thursday.
Well, yeah.
Does that mean that
Okay,
the
so-
council meeting is that Monday?
Monday I don't know if they're having a meeting on the 11th. It's
Yeah,
Veterans Day.
It's a holiday technically. I thought it said in the,
What did they, does it,
in the calendar, I thought they said the place is closed, but I could be wrong.
no, you're probably right. I forgot. I don't know if they're having a meeting next week.
So you
Does
asked,
anybody have on the town website, has anybody seen if the council's doing a meeting?
I didn't look. The only place
I
I
didn't look
looked was
either.
to see if we had anything listed.
Yeah, I didn't look.
No.
Okay,
are we still open to questions?
no. We're talking about the town council meeting now.
Well-
If anybody knows any information, then we could go back to open up for questions. If that happens, that means we're pushed off another week, which would mean it would be the week of the 17th. I should have checked. But, I mean, that would be 3 weeks without 4 weeks. I gotta believe, maybe they're having the meeting on the 12th. No, I don't know if so I'm not gonna schedule a meeting till next week unless there is a council meeting.
When?
And are you gonna call us to make sure that we get that?
I will make sure it's put up on the
What we're saying, If
website.
there's a council meeting on Monday, then we meet on the Thursday?
Yeah, because
Okay.
then they can discuss.
Yeah, I understand what you're
But
saying.
if
When
we
do we
keep-
next expect a council meeting? Don't they meet
That's-
every Monday?
That's what I thought, but it's a holiday. Veterans
It's
Day.
Veterans Day.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Sorry.
why I'm like in a pause here right
Yeah,
now.
they won't have one if it's Veterans Day. I'd be very surprised if they did.
Yeah, that's a town holiday, I guarantee you.
Hmm.
No, that was Kristen that was just.
Yeah.
Is Kristen still here?
I don't know.
Well,
Because it would be, I should have, I didn't even think of that it being Veterans Day. And I don't wanna, I mean, do you wanna go upstairs and see if she's upstairs,
I
Frank?
will.
And we
Ray, you
can,
in her office?
well, you know there's a master plan meeting also.
Oh, then she might be here, so she might be up in her office, if you'd like to go.
Why they would schedule conflicting meetings on the same day, I don't know.
All right, well, can you go up since
Yeah.
we can keep the quorum? And find out, cause that is the whole,
Yeah, yeah, no, I've lost track of holidays and vacations.
right, and I was just like, if they're having a council meeting next week, and Dave can go in for this, then I say we have a meeting next
Good,
week.
Yeah.
we'll know something.
But
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
he'll know something before then?
I doubt it, he's gonna have to get the,
yeah.
approval and
Council will have to
And then
decide if they're willing to
to
spend
give
that
us
sort of
another
money.
30,000. And,
Is it 30 or?
Yeah,
it's
because the
close to-
structure-
By the time it's 12.
yeah, cause she's 18 for everything she's gonna provide. And
no,
I don't think the,
I
is,
think that 12
is
is the
included in
cost
the-
of this one. This is 12 exactly.
right,
And it's
so
the
I don't know, is
Structural
structures
analysis
north?
part A, see attached structural proposal.
Okay, so it's 18 total.
It's 19 total.
Total. Yeah,
Yeah.
19, perfect numbers for the viewing audience, $977
Hmm.
to get a structural engineer.
Yeah, I think it's a
And-
good deal
Okay,
personally.
I was reading it, I didn't even see so,
Yeah,
yeah, and then we don't know how much she can go and with grants and get reimbursement to the town. That's not
For
included.
this, I doubt you will.
No,
with
I
those
think
grants.
she-
That it's-
I
the
don't
grants
know
are
when-
usually tied to doing the work.
No, when she was at the town, at her first, discussion, at the first review at the Reverend Morrison Meeting House, she said that the Preservation Alliance has money for this, and we could
For
get
an
a,
actual study,
yes,
that'd be good.
we could get up
It wouldn't be a
to,
lot.
no, she said, depending on the study,
Yeah,
you could get reimbursement up to 50%.
that would be good, but,
So, if at 19, even if we got a third of it,
Hmm?
I think it's worth it.
oh, I think it's worth it if you actually have to do it. I mean, this seems to me more worthwhile than the Wesson report.
Yes, and it probably would have been the direction we should have gone 2 years ago,
A
but,
little bit to the point.
right. So, until Ray comes back and then he can ask all his
Yeah,
questions.
I got a couple of questions when he comes back, right?
But our general consensus, if there's no meeting next week, we push off another week?
Yeah, we'll have to.
Okay.
There's not much point in having a meeting until council says yay or nay to that.
Now, if you noticed in it, it said that it would take 8 weeks for them to get the report back
And
to
that
us.
doesn't surprise me in the least.
So that means we're not gonna see it until probably the middle of January.
To the
And-
middle of,
January.
oh, at least.
And,
You aren't gonna get it in this town
and-
meeting, this year's town meeting.
no, I think we will.
I think they want to.
They may want to, but it'll be a tough call.
But I don't think I don't know the final, budget, and I don't know the final date for a warrant article, and this could always go in as a warrant article if we needed it to.
I thought, didn't John
Sign-ups?
Carroll say one of the articles had to be in November? Or have
No.
to be worked out in November?
People don't sign up till the end of January, David. Warrant articles don't usually happen till after that. I think we have till February.
Okay.
I think we have till February. And we'll get all, and that will be all, I would expect, that will be the direction if the council has a meeting next week, that we, I guess we come out of this meeting that if the council approves this, we wanna go forward.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
And that would be our direction to the town after this meeting, is that we want, if council is willing to expend the monies, then we want them to go forward with the study, and we want it back in 8 weeks so that we could put this in front of the town this year, in March. Ray's gonna be up there talking all night. All right, David, let's do your questions.
Sorry?
I said, let's do your questions.
Okay, well, I was, oh, here's Ray, there we go.
Apparently, she's in the building, she's not upstairs, she's not at the master plan meeting, she's not over here. Maybe
Okay.
she's in the ladies' room, I don't know.
Yeah, there were a couple of
You
things
didn't check
where,
that?
Okay, let's go, David, with
there are a
questions.
couple of points here in the structures north thing, items 4 and 5 here. This is structural analysis of the first floor and submission of a written report with findings and recommendations, right?
Correct.
That would be good to have, but what I would like to propose or suggest is that we at least make them aware of some of the options that we have been considering for restoring that floor, one of which is the use of flowable fill. The other being the thing that I keep trying to push is maintaining the crawl space by putting the old beams back in and let them at least know what we're considering so that they can decide whether they're viable, meaningful, or what they would recommend.
Okay. Right?
Okay, you know, I just took a look at this, and there doesn't seem like there's much here.
Well, this is,
As far as specifics,
no,
what are we talking about, $50,000 figure here? What
We're
is that?
talking about an
No.
$18,000 figure.
Okay,
For structural engineering, if you look at the structure
Yes,
north, they outline everything they're going to do.
right here.
that is what it will cost to get a thorough analysis and a
Including-
report on how to go forward.
And
And
who's going to do that?
structures
The
north
combination of,
out of Salem, Massachusetts.
combination of them and this engineering firm.
And they are who?
Structures north out of Salem, Massachusetts.
Which we know nothing about.
Well, I would
we
think,
do know
well, that they're
they-
doing structure in Massachusetts. I would think they know about
No.
old Bill, wait,
that's the
wait,
wrong question.
wait,
Wrong
no,
answer.
right,
No, hold on.
wait, I gotta tell you this, all right? This is her recommendations on who she's used in the past and who she's comfortable with. I understand your concerns, your choice, the choice you need to make tonight is if you are not comfortable with this, you are not a voting member, okay? You are an alternate. I can put you involved for the vote, but if the 4 of us decide to move forward, we will move forward. If we don't move forward, another year in perpetuity.
These companies are, I won't say certified because it isn't a certification process.
Well, they are
But they are
certified.
acknowledged by the
No, they're
Preservation
certified.
Alliance.
They're certified, David, because submission of stamp drawings and specs,
Oh, no,
to the
no,
town.
you're misinterpreting.
so they are
You're
instructed.
misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Right.
They are companies that are known about and have a general backing from the Preservation Alliance, right?
They do?
Yes.
These companies are the Preservation Alliance has a list of a lot of companies that they say are suitable for working on historic buildings.
I
And
thought,
these are 2 of them.
I thought these are the people.
Well, this is, and this is the one that they use.
Okay, that's got nothing to do with the Historical Preservation Society.
Yes.
This,
Yep.
Arcove is one that's listed with the Preservation Alliance.
That is true.
Yeah.
And
But
so,
they're not the Preservation Alliance.
Oh, no, the
And
Preservation Alliance
and
doesn't
these
do
people
work.
are recommending these people.
The Preservation Alliance does not do any work themselves.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I
They
understand that.
merely maintain a list of businesses
Has-
that they consider qualified and suitable to work on historic buildings. Our Cove is one of those businesses.
And I would hope that if our Cove's on that list, that she's using
She will be using someone.
someone that's
Yeah, I think she said
certified.
she'd used these before.
Yes.
I'm not saying they are not. I'm just saying it would be helpful.
When she met with our people over at the Lions Hall, as I'll put it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
She mentioned at that point that she could help us get some grants. She didn't necessarily.
That was your
Preservation
job, by
Alliance.
the way, which you haven't done yet, to certify all the grants.
Let's not go there, okay?
So,
Let's not start
So,
pointing fingers,
yeah,
please.
So I don't understand why you're questioning whether we can get that money or not.
Well,
We don't know, but she's gonna help us.
well,
She's the
she
one,
potentially can help us,
and she's the one that told us there was money available.
potentially,
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
There's no guarantee with it, Frank.
okay? Wait a minute. Someone from the town would have to apply for that,
Absolutely.
okay?
They gotta approve
No.
this.
She would apply for it for the part
Well,
of
it'll help with the preparation, I
right.
imagine what she would do.
And then the town would be signing off.
Yeah,
Right, you gotta understand, nobody on this committee is doing anything other than getting what they're getting from the town. We are not all in this
What-
like little
what-
conspiracy theory. We are here only getting the stuff from the town. And this came in on October 31st. This is the first I'm seeing of it. The first Frank saw it, John saw it, David saw it, and you saw it. It hasn't gone in front of the council. Dave Wally needs to present this. And the question here tonight is, the consensus is, with the voting members, is it, we would like David Wally to present this to the town council to see if we can receive the 19,000, excuse me, for the record, 977. So $18,977. This will become a public document for everyone to read. I am sure upon David's presentation to the council, I will ask Kirsten to put it on our website so people can read it. They will see that it includes her recommendations of using, I don't know, what, her steps: introduction, history and development, property, existing condition assessment, recommendations for existing building core and shell maintenance and rehabilitation strategies, and supplement proposals. She based her fees on parts 1 through 5 for her. She added the Structures North, she is contracting as structural engineers that will provide us with field inspection of the existing structure, including interior, exterior, attic, and crawl space. Creation of an inventory of noted damages throughout the structure. Structural analysis of roof purlins and trusses. Structural analysis of the first floor. Submission of written report with findings and recommendations, along with proposal to design repairs. Part B, design of repairs for items noted above. Submission of stamped drawings and specs to the town. Assisting with bidding the work. Review of contractor submittals. Periodic site visits during work. Final sign-off upon completion. They're $12,000 for that. That is part included in her statement to us, which is section, the first structure analysis, part A, for $12,000. Her fees are $6,977. That is what we are discussing. The only thing we are discussing is, are we going to move forward and at least ask Dave Wally to go in front of the board and ask for this funding?
Okay.
I move it, so be done.
Before we go any further, before we vote on this, I'd like to know, what are you actually concerned about, Ray? Whether it is this company reliable,
Well,
the engineering company,
They-
or are you concerned about the cost?
well, I think I'm concerned about what this is going to obligate the town, because the town is the one that is going to come up with this initial money, okay?
Yeah.
All this obligate, from what I'm reading and looking in this contract, all this obligates the town to is a report.
Yeah. You're obligating the town to spend
Well,
$1,977
We-
to
To
get
get-
a report.
to get the report, to get us moving in the right direction, because we'll finally get structural engineering.
I think this should be presented, Dave Wally, whoever's going to present it, to the town council.
That's
I-
what I
That's
said.
what we've just,
Oh,
that's what we've
okay,
said all
okay.
along.
Oh, okay,
The meeting here is to give us the information, because all of us are just receiving it at the same time, and to say, let's go.
okay. Okay. I don't have any objections to that.
But but you made us a little concerned because you're like having a problem with the structural engineers, and you know what? I would think this woman's reputation is pretty important to her. I don't think she's just giving us a fly-by-night company.
Oh, no. No. And the way that it reads, I think that the two companies are going to be collaborating on the report and potentially on the, if they are hired,
Right.
you won't be just hiring one, you're hiring both.
Right.
And it's,
Is there going to be additional costs beyond this $18,000, or are they going to do this complete inspection of the building?
Looks pretty complete, I mean,
It's an inspection with recommendations,
and yes,
then
it's gonna cost more
you're
money
going to
because,
have an option to go back to them and say, okay, we like what you're estimating, we're willing to spend this X number of dollars to do this work, will you please go ahead? And then they'll,
that's right, that's the good, they
Then
will
we'll
become our
contract on it.
general contractor if we like
yeah.
their presentation.
And-
But what's gonna happen after this, Ray, is we're gonna finally get an assessment of the cost of fixing that building.
Mm.
And so the point that's coming out of this is it's not gonna be, well, I think we should do this, and we should add a stone wall, and we should do all this stuff.
No.
We're gonna find out, A, it's gonna cost us 50 cents to structurally get it sound. $1
No.
to finish the first floor. So that's all this is about, is getting the numbers, the true numbers. Not,
Okay.
Weston and Sampson did not come in with structural engineers.
Right.
This is coming in with,
And
if
they
you
didn't
read
come-
this,
nor did
this
they
is
come
a
in.
structural
Which the
engineer.
town already spent in the neighborhood of $75,000.
No, that's an incorrect statement, 50,000, 54,933.
There were two reports.
There was only one.
No.
Okay,
All right,
I've already asked, I have the numbers, Ray, we weren't up to 75,000,
Okay.
but we way overspent, and I agree with you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that, that was a,
They also didn't have an engineering
Yeah,
company that
company-
was conversant with historic buildings.
right, so I agree with you on that. So I guess, so you're a negative, you don't want
I
us to
didn't
move
say
there.
that.
No, we
I
didn't
didn't say that.
Okay.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, well, I'm
Please.
trying to find out, are you a negative of us moving forward?
No, I'm a positive.
Dave?
I'm a positive, basically, on
Frank?
this.
Absolutely.
But I think we need to clarify that if you go with this, you're really
I'm
setting
not going with this, this is the town, remember that.
Sorry?
I said, I'm not going with this, we're not going with this. This is the town's decision.
Oh, okay. minor semantics.
No,
Kathy, bear with me.
we're very big
No,
semantics.
listen to what I'm saying for once, please.
I am listening.
If we, the town, go in this direction, we are tacitly saying that these companies are the most likely by far to be doing the work.
Well,
You're
David,
not going to be able to get this report and then go back and say, well, what about this other company?
okay.
That's just going round in
No,
circles.
we are not making, see, that's another misunderstanding. We don't have the authority to pick,
I know we don't.
we don't have the authority to
No.
pick. So then, whoever you want, like if you guys don't want these people, then you better get your people to get their bids in.
Yeah, well,
Because-
that's what I'm pointing out.
Right, it's not my
Well,
job.
Excuse me. We've talked about this, okay? And the response was, I believe from you, that we need to get this first before we move on to anything else about getting any other contractor in.
No,
To-
that is not correct, Ray. I
That is
said,
what you said.
no, I said we need to get this first, this first, in the sense of, I'm not saying we have to go with our cove, but has anyone else bid? Has anyone else sent information
Because you
in?
said not to.
No,
You
that
said
is
don't
not true.
proceed, Kathy. Come
No,
on.
that is, see, anything I want because of our history, you guys, you fight me on everything.
We're not
And, oh no, you fought me on
Kathy,
everything. And
You're
so,
not-
I'm just
you're
gonna
not
say,
listening to people's concerns.
okay, then then I say we table this, we tell David we don't want him to go in front of the council, and you call the people over in the other people that you guys want, all the other vendors you want, and tell them we need a bid, and have it sent to Kirsten.
Excuse me.
No, I'm saying it.
You're twisting what the situation
No, I'm
is, Kathy,
not.
to suit your own ends.
No, I'm not. I have no connection.
Then listen for a moment, please.
I have
It is
no
very
connection.
frustrating trying to tell you anything when you keep shutting people down.
Okay, fine, David. What do you want to say?
There are a couple of other companies, one of which is highly recommended, which is the Timber Framing Company. And we were told to hold off on contacting them. They will not even come in and look at it without money. You're going
That's
to have...
not my, David, I did not shut you down. I said, what I said was that I can't do this. The town can only do this.
Right.
Your object, and I was assigned in a meeting, which we all sat in, and we all agreed as a homework assignment to come up. Derek was gonna contact some of his friends who did, general contracting and everything. You guys were gonna reach out to yours. It's not my job if they didn't come through with a proposal.
We've gone as far as we can with that. It requires the town to authorize some money so that you can get them to come
Well,
in.
then
There
fine.
you go. That's what we're talking, that's exactly what
Well,
we're talking about.
Well, that's for
But
this one.
that's specific for the.
Okay, but see, she came in and gave us this for free. We haven't
Right,
paid
and
any.
the others are not willing to do so. That doesn't
Then,
mean they're bad
okay,
choices.
no, then that's fine. If you feel that's the way we should move, then maybe we should just take this off the table, and David should go in and say, or somebody needs to find out what their costs are gonna be to come in and get us this kind of proposal, and then we'll all make it, and then the town will make the decision. Because quite frankly, David, this isn't our decision. This is theirs.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we all realize that. This is gonna have to go before legal, okay? This is gonna have to go, and the town council and others.
Okay,
town
guys,
are gonna.
I'm done. I'm done. I am absolutely
Take it
done.
easy. Take
No,
it
no, no,
easy.
I'm done. I'm really done. Because we start making a step forward and we go 27 steps backwards.
No one,
So at this point, I don't know what this committee wants.
we,
I have no clue what you
why
people
don't
want.
you poll the committee? I said, okay, I believe.
I did pull the
Yeah,
committee,
I'm
and we
okay
got
with
okay,
this.
but you guys are sitting there now fighting the fact that we said okay,
then
And saying that we don't,
why are we allowing this bull to go on and on and on? I made a motion, go with it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I need a second.
I second it.
All right, I have a motion on the floor and a second to let David Wally present this to the town council.
Absolutely, yes.
And, okay, so it passes. Right?
We can vote,
Frank?
there's 5 of us.
No, there's 4 of us,
Four of
but I
us.
can,
Sorry,
and
Bob.
we have a quorum. So, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so it is unanimous. Okay, so, if they decide to give the money for this, I guess that's the next question. Are we okay with that? Because we want somebody else,
I am, because this is from the,
but my
the
point,
Preservation Alliance.
but what we just went in to a discussion about was that
it was.
another company.
Alternatives, well, there
Right.
are a lot of alternatives.
right, and they would cost money to come in
They
here.
would cost money and you'd be basically
get it-
just duplicating things.
Then why, somebody needs to call them and tell them to contact the town, David Wally, and get their proposal in. And we need it quick, because if it's not done quick, we're done.
Wait, excuse me, why do you say that? Why do you say that? What is the
Because
big
what
rush?
is the date today, Ray?
I don't know.
November
November-
8th.
7th.
7th.
If we don't have this done by January 15th, we don't go on the ballot.
We need to vote.
We understand that too, okay?
And we can't do anything until we get on the ballot. That is the rush. And that was determined and agreed upon by most of us in the room at the last meeting, or the last couple meetings, that we'd really like to see this start to get on the ballot this
But the
year.
people that are going to write this warrant article have got to feel comfortable that what they're gonna be putting forward is going to pass.
Ray, we were never gonna ask for a warrant article. We were gonna present to the council and ask them to include it in the budget.
At some point, the town is going to have to put it on a warrant article.
Right, but not this year.
By January or February, when the hell it is, okay? And so, we have
We
to come
had
up with.
asked for a trust fund, and nobody was writing a warrant. We were going to present to the council, once we had the information, to ask them to start a, trust fund for the building. And, if we need a warrant, and the town's on board, I'm sure legal counsel for the town will write the warrant for us.
Is somebody who's asked for what'd you just say? A bond? What,
No, we're not asking for a bond.
what am I asking?
We are asking the town council to support the project. They have, John Farrell sat in this room and said that if we come in with the right proposal, that they would support it. And we were asking them to put it onto the warrant, which they would do, not us, not a private citizen, unless somebody outside of us wanted to do it. That's fine with me if somebody wants to get 25 signatures and ask for money. But this was all gonna go through the town. And we were gonna see what town options, if I recall, I mean, maybe my brain's going, I don't know, but I thought we were gonna see if they'd be willing to match funding or give us so much money or come out of the undesignated fund balance. And Mike Malaguti sat there and said that they were supportive of this, and Chad was sitting right there and he was supportive of this. So that's the direction I was going, was trying to get it done as quickly as possible, because we had support of the town council. And that was,
It certainly behoove us to be prompt while you have support.
right, because we don't know what's gonna happen in March.
Unfortunately, we're a couple of years behind the
The eight ball,
We should have had this activity going on 2 years ago.
correct.
We've come to a point where the committee has pretty much done its job.
Right, and they could dissolve us if they
And-
want.
And they can dissolve us at any point. But, we missed 3 weeks because it took that long to get this for each of us to look at. So we set a month behind. And, you know, I just think that we need to, and we did, we approved this for Dave to present it to the town council.
We did it, the 3 meetings, the meeting he was here. We said, once he got this, we wanted him to present, and that was the reason why we held the meeting till this week. Ray, was because we thought he was going to go in front of the town council, but that meeting got canceled. So I don't understand where all the animosity is coming about trying to get this to move forward.
I don't see where there's any animosity.
Well, the negativism, I guess.
We're all adults.
Misinterpreting, Kathy.
We're all adults here,
It was
and we
questioning.
need to,
No, that's good, I don't mind the questioning, but it's almost like you want us to stop.
No one's, I don't think anyone said that.
No.
Okay. Okay, Ray, keep going, I'm sorry.
no, that's fine, you know, we're all adults, we've missed a month, and we have to do something.
Yeah.
We've passed this to have Dave Worley present it to the town
In my
council.
view, this is a reliable activity.
Okay,
But now again, we're looking at another,
8 weeks, it says right here before
Yeah.
we could get anything.
we're looking at the town not meeting on Veterans Day, and I agree with that, they shouldn't have to meet on Veterans Day. So,
Now we could be off another week.
that's what I mean, we're losing another week. So now we're about 5 weeks in a hole. So,
Is it-
what we gotta do is kiss and make up, and, you know, get this thing going.
Absolutely agree. I mean,
I mean, and the thing that, I don't mind your questions, but you have to understand, I have no control over this. They need.
none of us do.
Yes, but you have said a company you recommend.
there are a
and
number of companies, this
the-
one wouldn't have been my first choice, but it's the one that was able to react.
And that's what I'm saying,
And
so,
that's the difference.
so-
Certainly, I have faith in this company.
but my point is, I don't get the RFPs, we didn't put out an RFP.
No.
Because we're not looking.
You don't have the money for an RFP. Right.
So it was up to all of us to charge to go and find somebody that would be willing to do
Well, we
what our
identified a number of companies, this was the only one that was willing to do it for free.
So that's why,
Yeah,
There you go, and
that's why they're in front of us.
Is there anything in this that tells us when this company from Salem or whatever it is can perform what they're saying they can perform?
this has to be approved first. They're not even gonna move without being
I-
approved.
Yeah, you know, but
Ray, that's not, the proposal is for them to go in. This is the first time in 2 years a structural engineer will be in that building. This is for them to go in and look at the structure. That's all it is. It's not they're gonna do any work or anything. We're just getting.
It's just an examination.
To get the price and to get the determination, if the sills are rotted, how many, what needs to be done. This is the blueprint. This isn't gonna do any work at all. This is to get us blueprints. This is so I can say with confidence, when I talk to somebody, we had a structural engineer come in. The company said, this needs to be done. Structural engineering plans have been created and stamped and presented to the town. The next choice is, do we move, the cost to do all of this will be approximately $1 million. That's the next step is to go to the town council after we've gotten this and say, we've determined it's $1 million. How do we go about funding this? Nothing is gonna be done, other than really finally getting the real numbers.
Yes. scoping what needs to be done.
That's where we are.
I mean,
And if the town doesn't like their numbers, then it's up to the town to go out and find somebody else, cause it's not my job.
Well, I'm glad we all concur.
So we wasted 25 minutes over nothing.
it's not a waste to get,
That's why we have discussions.
yeah.
Alright, so we have a motion, it passed.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask David,
To
we
present
just,
it to town council.
we just don't know when the next town council meeting is.
Well, you're gonna have to get back to us with that.
Well, probably
It's either, I don't know.
We could ask for
week
a
after,
special.
week from Monday,
I would say the 17th, so we would be the 20th. Would be our next meeting,
Our next meeting will be 2 weeks from today.
right, which would be 14, so it's the 7th, would be the 21st then. Cause today's the 7th.
7 and
Yeah,
14,
yeah.
21.
Does anybody have the time?
Get the time, if you get the money.
6:45.
There you go.
Thank you.
When is Thanksgiving?
28th,
Never mind, okay, just asking.
it's late, very late this year. Which pushes us off another 2 weeks, because we can't have a meeting on Thanksgiving, and it would be the week after that.
Oh, is it 21st Thanksgiving?
No, 28th.
Oh.
The following
We
Thursday.
can ask for a special meeting.
Well, you can have a special meeting, I won't be here. And I don't
Well-
think anybody else will be on Turkey Day, so. I mean, we could have a special meeting, but I don't think we're gonna need one at this point. We're gonna kinda be in limbo for 8 weeks.
Well,
Other than trying to figure out how we're gonna do fundraising. That would be the next step. I mean, that would be the only thing we're having a meeting on is fundraising. Hey, Ron!
He's-
Ron! When's your next town council meeting?
Tuesday the 12th.
That's the answer. Then we can have
Thank
it
you,
Thursday.
Thank you. We were looking for that.
So we can
Okay,
have
so
it
we can
that
have it
the
again
next
Thursday,
Thursday.
the
Yes.
14th.
Yep,
Next week. That's good.
yep, yep.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what we'll do. I mean, we'll have an answer from them that they're either
Either you're gonna say
they're
yes,
gonna go ahead or not.
And
And I
then
mean, that'll be up
and if
to,
they say
that'll be
no,
up to
if they
Kirsten
say,
probably, won't
right,
it?
and if they say no, then I would say, we're kinda done.
Yeah,
I-
if they say no,
I'd say
there's not much else we
We
can
can
do.
do,
That's right. They may as well,
dissolve us
yeah,
as a
dissolve
committee.
us at that point.
Yeah,
Would come,
But I would say
One
let's,
I don't expect
If-
them to say
no.
no, because
I don't.
Right, I
the
don't
mood is to
But-
fix the building.
but it is gonna be 8 weeks. It says in here, if they go with her,
Yeah,
to get all of that assessment and that
I
numbering.
don't think that's unreasonable.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just gonna say, during that time, it might make sense for us to have meetings to come up with fundraising ideas and,
Yeah.
you know, and just go that
As
way.
long as they don't dissolve us, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they're
to
going,
say that we're moving forward.
yeah.
they're
to
going
continue.
They're going to come up
I
with
mean, I'll
products.
participate and try and help, but I tell you up
This is
front,
gonna, this
you're
is gonna
getting
tell
into
us,
fundraising, I'm gonna be at a complete and total loss.
Right, and I don't think we're necessarily gonna do physical fundraising. I think we're
No,
just-
I know, but
We're-
I'm
we're trying to
throwing
come up with,
ideas
like-
in that area.
Right, ideas like, should we do this with the school, should we do a pledge, you know, so that will probably be what the meeting is all about, once we wait for the answers to the questions.
if they say no to this, they may as well dissolve us, because there's nothing
Well,
left
then
for us
we're
to do.
Right,
No, I mean, candidly, I mean, this is what this is going before town council is saying, do you want to fix the building or not? Because if you
Right.
want to fix
This
it,
is-
you're gonna have to do this.
Right,
That's
and
exactly
that's
it.
exactly it, we're holding them
Exactly
accountable.
it.
We will find out the answer, how much skin is in the game for this building, come the 12th.
In regards to fundraising, we could make a list of different organizations that potentially could provide. Now, we're not in a position to apply for it, that's not what we do. But we could, if we're talking to the town council, or Dave Wally, if he's gonna be presenting, that there are any number that potentially the town could apply for, if they chose to.
Well, you were gonna do the grants, you volunteered.
I'm not gonna do any grants, I'll give you a list of them, okay? But, you know.
I'm not necessarily talking about grants, Ray, because I think that's all gonna come into play as things more go on. And there's probably so many grants out there that none of us even know about. I'm talking about what we're gonna do here in the community to show the community the importance of saving the building and what kind of skin we want to put in the game. So I'm talking local fundraising. I'm not talking about grants. And that's the strategy of where I think the meeting should go, because we need to strategize how we're going to sell it to the community if we do get on the warrant article in March. And we're also going to have to sell the community the willingness of the community to support the project.
At voting, you notice, there was that picture that I think Kirsten came up with, showing that, so I don't know if anybody was paying attention to it, you know, the voters would pay attention to voting. But getting back to the building itself, I think we should think about maybe the sign that's up above, that I think the Lions had at one time. I think maybe repainted it or whatever. I think it's still up there.
What, the sign?
Yeah.
No, the sign's down, we took it down.
What?
You could
The
certainly
sign's
hang a
on.
sign up there, I mean, that's.
I know where it is, but it's down.
But see,
Okay,
I mean,
so let's get it down.
I don't want
Let's
to,
put
we
the
can't
William
get a sign
Morrison
back
Meeting
up.
House on it. And
Why?
so, because we're trying to sell it to the town.
But we're not there yet, in the sense of we gotta make sure that this gets approved. So we
Yeah,
can't put
well,
the
as
horse
soon
in
as they
front
go,
of
as soon as they go.
we can't put the cart in front of the horse.
No, we're already doing this. We've already agreed.
No, I'm just saying, Ray, tonight might not be the appropriate night
No,
to
I'm not-
discuss all of this stuff about fundraising. That's what I was saying, that would be our next meetings and stuff. And your idea with the sign, no problem, we discussed that at the next meeting. But tonight was more based on trying to decide if we wanted to move forward on this.
Okay, so,
I would have expected that Dave Wally could have arranged to put a sign up there for us.
okay.
And the other thing is, we have to take into consideration, we're gonna need Dave Wally in here during even fundraising, because he suggested that they're already trying to see if it's feasible for it to be used in the summer with the pavilion and all that other stuff, and so we're gonna have to, I think it will be good for us to use our time in those 8 weeks that her proposal said, to getting our ducks in a row for the next step that's gonna have to happen. Cause we're gonna have to be prepared come February to start selling this thing.
The thing is, I think, and it's just a suggestion, that when we start talking about fundraising, that we ought to invite the town treasurer to the meeting, because he knows where the money's at.
I'm the town treasurer.
You're the treasurer?
I'm the treasurer. But Justin, you meant
Justin,
Justin, the
yeah.
finance officer, right.
Right.
He does the grants and stuff like that. So
Right.
he could start actively, and that might be something to put on the agenda on the, what was it now, the 14th? The 14th meeting, that we invite Justin, if he can make it, here to the meeting, so we can give him direction on what kind of grants and maybe Kirsten too, because Kristen,
Maybe he can give us some direction.
because she has said that she was looking at possible grants and things like that too.
Any idea what Justin's last name is?
Campo.
Campo.
Campo. C-A-M-P-O.
Oh, like Ron?
Yes, like
Okay.
Ron. He's the son of Ron.
Who knew? Wow.
So, so I think that's how we kinda overlap, and we're gonna have to have all of this in place, because we're gonna have to sell to the town council too, I think,
Oh, sure.
depending on what the numbers are when they come in.
So when is our next meeting?
Next
week.
Thursday.
Next Thursday?
At 6
They're gonna meet on
o'clock,
Tuesday.
even though the town website put it up wrong, it's always at 6 o'clock.
It is at 6 o'clock. It's always 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell everybody going.
Yeah,
wild
let's
about.
keep it at 6.
Yeah.
No, the agenda said 6, but the
Yeah.
town put it at 7 on the website.
Did they?
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's because most meetings start at 7,
7,
that's
right,
all. That's
so
just
I'm
an
sure.
oversight.
Speaking of that, I got a meeting to go to at 7.
Okay.
Okay,
And
Yeah.
with that, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
and
I'll second it.
so Frank makes a motion to adjourn, David seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Am I a voting member?
You're
When
fine.
it comes to adjournment, you can.